Hey, listen, tell your shorty to quiet down for a second, or your man, your cat, your dog, I don't care what it is. Tell them to quiet down for a second. We're gonna start with how to make stubs in MLB The Show 22. I got 3 methods for you, but before we can talk about any method, we gotta talk about the 10% rule. Yes, you are getting taxed in MLB The Show. You were like, hey man, I'm gonna play this game, I'm gonna have fun, and I don't have to worry about taxes. No, you still gotta worry about that in terms of MLB The Show. So let's start off with a player like Josh Bell, for example. Let's say we wanted to sell him. First of all, there is a buy now category, which is this column here on the left, and there is a sell now category, which is this column on the right. If you want to enter that directly, all you have to do is click on the player and then see your buy/sell now options. Now, whenever you see the left-hand category have numbers, it means that people are looking to sell that card. I know it might sound a little bit confusing, but they are looking to sell that card at that current price. If you want your listing to be the top one, you have to undercut whoever is on the left hand side at the top by just 1 stub. If you do it by more than 1 stub, by like 100 to 1,000 stubs to even 10,000 stubs, the whole community is going to hate you. Just trust me on that. They won't even know who you are, but they just know that, hey, you're the worst kind of human being there is. Now, he unfortunately does not have anyone looking to actively purchase this card, but someone like Albert Pujols does have active buyers looking to purchase this card. Now, if you were looking to sell that card instantly, you could sell it instantly for 177,777 stubs. But if you're looking to buy this card instead of selling it, you have to create a buy order. The buy order will go on the right hand side. And in order to have your listing be the #1 buy order, you just have to overcut the first listing by just 1 stub. If you do it by 1,000, by 2,000, 5,000, same thing goes. Everyone is gonna hate you even though they don't know who you are, but whoever's looking to sell that card, they might love you a little more. So, you know, there's a win-win situation right there with that one. And if you're looking to buy the card instantly, all you have to do is buy it at that buy now price. But I am highly against ever buying any card for the buy now price or selling any card for the sell now price. I'd rather you basically battle it out with other active users in order to get the best bang for your buck, unless you got no time at all, right? So let's talk about how to flip cards in the community market. First of all, you want to find an active community inside the community market. And when I say community, I'm not talking about other players. I'm talking about either active commons that are selling, active bronzes that are selling, active silvers, golds, diamonds, equipment. You have a ton of categories to go through. If you press R1, you will see you can buy now, sell now equipment. You can buy now, sell now sponsorships, even though this probably doesn't sell that fast or as much. You can buy now, sell now stadiums, buy now, sell now unlockables, buy now, sell now perks. There are going to be a ton of things that you can flip, so you just have to have a good eye and you have to go through the community market. But with the 10% cut or tax that the community market takes, this is where we have to pay close attention. So let's say, for example, we wanted to go ahead and buy 10, because whenever you are flipping cards, you usually buy cards in an absurd amount of quantity. Now, MLB The Show doesn't want to give us a quality of life update. I don't know why, where it says, hey, I want to overcut him by 1 stub and I want to buy 20 of these. They don't give us an option to put 5,001 and then it asks how many do you want to buy and then allow us to put like 20 stubs. It would make it so much easier. But let's say, for example, we wanted to buy 20 of these. We would have to manually put 5,001 20 times. And then once we do have the orders fulfilled, which I do want to go ahead and let you all know that while you are putting these orders, someone might overcut you by 1 and start placing a bunch of orders, making it take even longer for your orders to sell. So you have to constantly pay attention in order to be the top listing, especially when you are flipping, because time is money, my friend. But let's say we bought him at 5,001 and then we wanted to sell him. We want to sell him at the lowest price possible, but have our listing at the highest possible 0.2. So 13,331 would be where we list them. Now, this is where I say the 10% cut is very important. As you see, I would have been selling him for 13,331 stubs, and if I was a new player, would have thought I was making that many stubs, but I am absolutely not. After the 10% cut, all I am getting back is 11,998. So if we go ahead and do 11,998 minus 5,001, you will see that I'm actually making a profit of 6,997 stubs per Grayson Rodriguez that I go ahead and buy and sell at that active price. And because prices are always changing in MLB The Show, especially the flipping market community, you want to make sure that you are actively taking in the 10% each time you see a sell now price change, because you might sometimes end up losing out on stubs if you buy it for too high and then sell it for too low. So that is the important thing to have an eye on and to look out for. And you got to know when to pull out. Just like when you and your shorty, you gotta know when to pull out here as well, because you don't want no kids, right? Here you will have kids as well, not the literal sense, but you might end up having 50 of a card you don't want, and now those are wasted stubs. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you don't want your kids, I'm just saying you don't want an excess amount of cards either. So you got to make sure that the 10% cut is something you pay attention to, because as soon as it gets too low and you're not making a profit you enjoy making for the time and effort you're putting into that singular card, that's when I would pull out and I would go ahead and find a new community, in a way is what I say, to go ahead and flip those cards within that community. And it's always interchanging, so you always want to be paying attention to it and all of that. And we also have a Discord for the next method, so make sure you guys go into the description, check it out. We stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern too, Monday through Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. So make sure you check us out. All of that is inside the description. My Twitter, my Discord, all of it, all right? So the next step is going to be the medium term, because this is going to happen either weekly or bi-weekly. It all depends how MLB The Show wants to do this. But this is something called investments. And I am someone that does this. I do roster update predictions, where I predict whether or not, a player is gonna make the jump from a gold tier to a diamond tier, from a silver tier to a gold tier. And you might be saying, okay, why is that important? Or how is that gonna make me some stubs? Well, the quick sell value for a gold player is 1,000 stubs. If you can buy a ton of these players, let's say for 1,000 stubs, because sometimes someone sells them for 1,000 stubs, even though it's foolish to do that instead of quick selling it, considering that with the 10% cut, you're only making 900 instead of quick selling it for a K. So let's say, for example, you buy 100 Xander Bogaerts for, let's say, 1,500, and then I predict him to go diamond, and he's performing so well this season that he jumps up to diamond. Now for the quick sell value, each Xander Bogaerts that you invested in is now worth 5,000 stubs. That is you making a profit of 3,500 stubs per Xander Bogaerts. So 3,500 times 100, I'm not going to do the math, but you can do the math yourself on a calculator. And that's why medium term investments are a great option if you have a good amount of stubs left over after you flip, or while flipping. If you want to go ahead and even continue to increase your cash flow income, then you want to go ahead and do investments as well. And don't just stick to golds, also invest in silvers to golds, invest in golds to diamonds, bronzes to silvers. And sometimes there are players that literally jump from bronze to silver to gold, and even diamond at times. There are players that jump from silver to gold to diamond. So just because they get an upgrade doesn't mean either that you should sell instantly. If they are a player that you believe will continue to perform well throughout the season and has a chance at diamond, which is something I would say in my roster update prediction videos, then you want to go ahead and continue to hold on to the player. And also, this is something I'm going to address later on in roster update predictions. At times, the price in the community market for a gold player is gonna be way much more than the price the card is gonna be worth once the card goes diamond inside the community market in specific. And that's just because of the inventory and how many people actually invest in that card with you. So those are the short term, medium term. Make sure y'all hit that like button and red subscribe button, notification bell, right? Let's talk about the long term way of investing. Now, this doesn't really count right here, because unfortunately at the end of the game cycle, they do bring all these cards back. But let's look at the 11th inning program, for example. Now, the inning programs, they are time limited programs, meaning the rewards that you obtain from that inning program, it is only going to be available during that time, and once it expires, they are gone forever. So how can you go ahead and make stubs from this? This is why I say this is a long-term form of investment. You go ahead and buy a ton of the first inning cards that literally say first inning, like the pack will literally say the inning it's from. You buy a ton of those cards. Do the same thing for the second inning. Do the same thing for the third inning. Do the same thing for the fourth, fifth, etc. And then when the big collections come out for MLB The Show, such as a 99 Babe Ruth, let's say for example, or Shohei Ohtani, where you need to collect a certain amount of cards, these cards will inflate in price past your wildest dreams. So you might be buying each and every single one of them for 250 stubs, and then by the time the collection comes out, each one is worth 5,000 stubs. You're gonna be going crazy. You're gonna be extremely happy. Not only does this happen for inning programs that are time limited, but they also happen for event cards as well. Event cards, they are basically the same thing as inning program cards, except you only get one singular player. So you want to make sure that whenever you do play events, or if you don't play events and you want to find a new way of investing in cards, you invest and buy like 5 to 10 of whatever event card that is, because once the event expires, that means the price of the card is gonna basically inflate, especially when big collections come out. With Battle Royale, they do have time expiring programs. It's a little bit different because Battle Royale, they do bring these cards back the second time they run the program back. So it's a little bit different, but I will advise you on that. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe. With ranked seasons, it's a little bit different as well because the cards do come back for at least a month or two. But besides that, all of the other programs that are time limited or expiring, then those you want to make sure you invest in those cards, and all of the starter diamond choice packs as well, because they're not coming to the game until a later point. All right, so I hope y'all listened closely. Y'all can go back to talking to your shorty, your dog, your man, whatever it is you talking to. All right, have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.